I'm a firstborn son, a brother and a proud Lancastrian. I work in finance for the investment bank and I'm currently studying to become a chartered accountant. I have suffered from clinical depression and have come close to attempting suicide. I represented Barclays at the One Younger World Conference in South Africa. I'm a school governor, male lead in an Hispanic play, and I'm currently training to cycle across Vietnam for charity. My name is Uzair and this is my story. I suffered from clinical depression for just over a year, peaking in August 2013, where on a day off, I suffered a series of panic attacks over a period of about 9 hours and was so emotionally drained and worn out that I came very close to hanging myself. At that moment, I decided that my life was far more important than trying to be perfect, trying to be an alpha male and trying to be so self-reliant and self-sufficient all the time. I was able to hide my condition for at least 6 months from my family, my close friends, and even from my colleagues, because on a day-to-day basis, my output wasn't affected. But when I found myself alone, I felt deeply hopeless. I felt lost, I felt lethargic, and I just didn't really like myself. I would look in the mirror and I would hate myself, and I felt so ashamed that I was so unhappy when there were so many things in my life to be happy about. I decided to open up to a GP, to open up to my family, to my friends, and to speak to HR managers, line managers, and my colleagues. In doing so, I felt accepted, I felt supported, and that was something that was really important in the journey to becoming better. I engaged in psychotherapy, cognitive behavioural therapy with the NHS, and I can now say that I no longer suffer from depression. I'm speaking about mental health as someone who has suffered seriously from clinical depression. I decided that the only way to conquer my illness was to be open, to be honest with myself, and to be honest with others about the condition. I am passionate that stigma associated with mental health issues is denigrated in some form, and that if I can help others to seek the support that they need to overcome these illnesses. It can be very hard to talk about mental health problems, and I would suggest that in the first instance you speak to a GP, to family and to close friends. With regards to work, it's important to have a bit of a plan of action to understand who it is you want to speak to and what you want to reveal. I'd say that in the first instance it's best to speak to HR managers, as they are best placed to speak to you about what support they can offer and what support Barclays itself can offer. I would then speak to your line manager, and it would often be best to have a HR manager present so that they can explain to your line manager what it is that Barclays can offer and also be there to answer any questions your line manager might have.